So I got what we need. We put the girder down here, and we fill this in. We got a thing here now. And it's still yellow. I tested this. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Nidd. So, today, we've got the grinder out, because we're going to be doing some work here with these things. Something I alluded to last time, but I guess one of the first things that we should do is I'm going to have to take down a few things here, like this, and we're going to be grinding this stuff. We're going to be merging these two things together, right? Making these two things work together with and rearranging some stuff in here. There won't be a path here anymore, and then we'll be putting some oxygen here, hooking things up properly, and then making ourselves a nice little helmets off area in our base, because didn't really think about that, obviously, since that wasn't even in the game when we started working on this stuff. But I'd like to, I've been a little lax on the thank yous lately, so I'm really sorry about that. So first and foremost, there is a guy named, or a gal, somebody named The Flying Menace. And I want to thank you very much, because you left me a comment saying that you found my videos and then you just like binge watched them from beginning to end of this series. So thank you so much for doing that. That must have taken a lot of time. I really appreciate that you enjoyed them so much. It's one of the reasons why I do this and keep doing these things, is when you guys let me know that you like it. Definitely keeps me encouraged to keep doing more, and I love the ideas you guys give me as well. So thank you so much, The Flying Menace, for finding my stuff and enjoying it. Thanks. He also suggested, so while we're doing the work, let's fly out here a little bit. Whoop. Come on, up we go. So Flying Menace also mentioned, so we got this system that we're going to finish and make pretty eventually as well, right? But where is the asteroid? That's one asteroid. We got all these little guys here, and he suggested that we put make one of these asteroids into a penthouse for myself, and I think that's a great idea. He also suggested kind of like a hamburger look, where, let's say, if we're looking at this, maybe have like one side and the other side like asteroidy, and then maybe all glass in the middle. It kind of looks like a hamburger. We could even maybe go reverse of that, maybe putting like glass around the outskirts and then having the asteroid in the middle, or I don't know. But the hamburger look might be pretty cool, having like glass all the way around the middle as like the observation point, and obviously hook it up with this system as well when I get that all sorted. Thanks again for your comments. I like the idea, and one of these days I'll get to that with all the other ideas that I have as well. Who knows when? But I love it, so I think I will do that. VRTX Raptor also said that he really liked how... where am I? How the storage area over here turned out. This was from a few episodes ago when we did these. And he liked the fact that back here, we still have all of the utility ships back here kind of hidden away. Kind of makes it look like definitely like a storage area, and all these things kind of hidden away. They can still make their way out. We might have to make it a bit easier for them to get out of here, like staying inside. They can definitely get out through the hole up there as well, but maybe make them more official entrances and exits. So yeah, thanks for your comment on that as well. Redstone 1 also, on this as well, he also mentioned that he wasn't sure about the look of this. I kind of like how this looks underneath here, but he was thinking, and I do appreciate all kinds of feedback, right? And one of his comments though was he thought that instead of going down here on this ramp and then going underneath, we would maybe make this kind of go up and wrap around the outsides of these so you can get up to the top. And I've been doing this a lot, right, where I kind of go here and grab stuff out of here, because I can't get to the ones below, as well as over here. I'll kind of come in and just grab stuff out of here. It's kind of not really the official way to get to it, because there's no really official way to get to it. So I like that idea as well. Maybe it's a combination of both. I still like being able to go underneath it like this. I think that looks cool. But maybe also have it go up and around the sides of these things, kind of like we did over here, where we have all of the doorways and everything kind of go up to those doors like that. So do the same thing on these guys. Kind of get the best of both worlds, where we can kind of come in, maybe go down, and then also have like a way that it goes up, wraps around these at the level of those cargo container openings, and we can get up there and grab stuff. So thank you for your comments. I'm stuck. Redstone 1. He also was talking about using the LCD panels with the icons, like actually setting them up with icons and stuff. So these guys over here, to show status of stuff around the base. I think I mentioned this in previous episodes, and I don't think I credit him for the idea. So thank you so much for talking about using these as well as the LCD panels. Like, what is this one? Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Oh. Okay, what is this one? This one is a text panel. So there's text panels, and then there's also LCD panels. The LCD panels take the entire square, right? It covers everything, whereas these ones just cover like a TV almost. But using these and putting those, like, you know, big icons that they have and having them flash status and things of that nature. A couple of suggestions were, like, when they say the hangar doors are opening and closing, we could have them flashing like a caution, something of that nature, as well as also with the flinger system, maybe when it's in use or when it's like in or out, we can use it. Maybe above here might be a great place to put one of them, right? Showing that, like, what direction it's currently flinging, or if somebody's actually using it, put one of them up here. So that's a pretty cool idea. I like that a lot. He also mentioned that the look of this, and I don't know, I think up there looks really cool, but from here, I think he was saying that it looks kind of strange. And it does. It's kind of like, I don't know, chimney? I don't know what it looks like. So one of the ideas I was having is maybe, like, I guess I could bring these in so it's not so big, but I kind of like the size of that. But maybe instead of having it too high like this, I can make the hut only one high like this, come in one earlier, and then have a longer tube going up the middle. That might look a bit better. Of course, that means that there will be no room for a sign here, but we can put them somewhere else or nowhere at all, I guess. But yeah, so that's another, maybe a change that we can do. And the living quarters. Okay, so this here, you were suggesting that this should be a white door. I actually totally agree with you, but we're going to be getting rid of it completely. So there, it's not red anymore, but it's not going to be white because it's going to be gone, because this is how we're going to connect the two sides. And the last thing is, I think he was saying about being able to have like custom words in these signs here. So like living quarters, and maybe having one you can put up on here, having the, because a comment you made a long time ago, Redstone 1, was about making this the alien air system up here, because we were going to put a little robot, if we could figure out how to build one, that was traveling around in these ducts. I totally forgot about that idea until you mentioned it again in the comments with the alien air system sign. I really want to do that. So maybe in a future testing grounds episode, we're going to try and build a little alien that'll fit in this thing here, see if it's even possible. Might not be, but it might be. But yeah, using these signs and putting custom words on them. Sadly, these are fixed and you can't change them. But again, we can use maybe the LCD, like the text panels or the LCD panels, and put our own stuff on there. And I think that is a great idea. So I think that's all the comments. So thank you guys so much for your comments. Keep them coming. I really appreciate them. They do inspire me with new ideas and to keep going. And I love you guys. So keep them coming. Thank you very much. So let's move on to doing some work in here. This is going to be a bit tricky with all of the things. How much stuff do I have on me? Mass. No, that's what I want. How come I can't find mass is 3,000? We're getting close. I'm going to keep this up for a minute. But let's just break off some of this stuff. And we're going to have to break off things like this guy, I think. And we're also going to need to extend this out. Okay, there's a little bit of a cut there because for some reason I thought I was in a single player save of this in like a creative mode, but I wasn't. So I logged out thinking that I was going to log into the server, but I was already on the server, so I lost all that stuff because I'm an idiot. So I was looking at the how much I was carrying, and I thought that was way more than it should have been, but obviously not. So I don't know. Let's see if let's chop this down, because I had like some serious amounts of kilograms on there, but it's the liters. Does it not show your liters there anymore? I can't remember. I don't know. Anyhow, I got confused and I've lost all those resources. Darn it. Dang it all. All right, so we're gonna continue on with what we were doing here. So the door, the way I kind of envisioned, I did a lot of messing about with this, trying to figure out how to hook this thing up properly. So let's see if I can get this thing. Let's bring it up and let's go interior. So we need these guys again, and we don't need that at the moment. We need this. And basically, the look that I was going for is we're gonna use some of these guys. So boop, boop, let's see here. Like that. So we got rid of the door, obviously there, and we need to have a full-on block kind of here. Now this one we probably want to do with, because this side here was the more white side, right? So let's put one of those guys there. Oh, now we need interior plates, which we probably had. All right, so let's put one of these here for the moment. And then we need to have, not exactly sure what I want here, but oh, now we need to get the color back. So there we go. So something like that with, say, bloop bloop, say like that there. So it's got a nice kind of look to it. And yeah, we're gonna need girders. But so on this side, and we might need to change out some of this stuff later once we see what it looks like, right? So like so. All right, so now when we come, we'll have something more like this when we come in. Right, a med bay and living quarters signs, but we won't be able to get in to the living quarters here anymore. We'll have to come in through the med bay, right? And then I'm gonna have to move this med bay. I think I originally had, I think this works if I cut this guy out. And we'll have to cut those ones out as well and put in bigger blocks and move this kind of all out a little bit. Boopity boop boop boo. Boopity boop boop boo. And let's take a look at my inventory now. Maybe it was just, yeah, like it's fine. Strange. I thought it used to show down there in the mass how many liters you had, but maybe I'm just crazy. And yeah, then we'll want to kill these as well. Boom, 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 and this guy. And we'll put full-on blocks. Oh, we want the white again, because that's what we use over here. All right, so now this is a bit bigger, and the reason I want to do that, I think, is because we can put the, and once this guy comes down, we got to basically be able to put him right back up. So I hope, how am I doing for, we're almost full on the inventory. Almost full. So I can't really move that without dropping a bunch of stuff. But yeah, like he's gonna get moved over to this corner, and then we want to basically connect this whole thing up here. Now we're gonna have to probably kind of cut out some of this stuff so that we can, oh, I don't have my lights on. There we go. Sorry about that. It's dark for no reason. Get rid of this stuff. And put some more blocks down here. And we're gonna need a few of them. I don't remember exactly how many that I sort of sorted out, but if we got at least that much, let's see how this does. Oh, and I'm out of steel plates now. Of course, still got lots of other junk in me. So yeah, so we have these two hut tops, and I think I wanted to keep the hut tops just the way they are, but extend this out. So where do we have the door? The door would be coming out right beside here. So we'd be walking out this way, which means that we also need to get rid of this. And probably this. Oh, now I'm definitely dropping things. Yeah. And so if the door was here, then we would need to put like, so say something like this here. Now we're gonna have to fix that one. Ah, in your face. So walk out through here, and then walk right in through here. So this is going to be where the doorway is, kind of like that, right? And we'll have to pick all that stuff up. So yeah, so let me kind of get the basics of this in place, and then we'll take a look at what it looks like and get started on the oxygen side of things. So I will be right back. So here it is. Whoop. Getting prepared for the next thing. But so here we have it. This is what it looks like here with the walkway from the top. And I've got some holes already built in here for where the air vents are going to come in. But here's the little passageway, and you can see up through here. And then out through here. And again, we got little air vent holes, and things are moved around. And it looks like this. I think you guys kind of saw that already. So now we have one way in. You'll come in here, you can close the door, take your helmet off, and then I've got like a double airlock kind of dealy going on here for extra protection. And then the main quarters in here. So now what we need to do is put down some of the basics for the oxygen system. So we need these guys, right? Now, I was gonna use like, say, a blue color. Sure, let's go with that for the moment. Let's use like a blue color for oxygen. Now I want the, there we go, oxygen, there. Let's make it so we can see the word from the side. One there, and then 4 of them. So that we have lots of oxygen containers. Now I tried to collect most of what we needed, but obviously the large steel tubes were too large to carry all of what we needed. But let's fill this thing up as fat as we can. So we need some large and some small to finish these off. Like so. So let's go get some large and some small. So this is going to be where we store our oxygen. And then what we need to do is put in some vents. Now I probably just threw away everything that we needed. So if I go forward, we want to put one of these guys here. So this needs steel, construction, metal, and computers. And we don't have any steel. So we're going to put one of them right here with the oxygen pressurizer on the outside. Like so. And then we'll head on over here. We got 2 more to put in. So we're going to put one right here. And we're going to put one right here. Now, this is probably overkill, but hey, that's par for the course with how we build. Alright, now the next thing we need to do is, oh, I thought I got rid of everything that we needed to get rid of here, but we obviously need to get rid of, I think that might be enough. And we'll pick all that up later, as long as it doesn't get in the way now. So now we need to do things like, I am going to need probably one of these conveyors here. Now this we should do in the normal conveyor color, which I think is just, we were doing everything in this white color. So let's go back to that for these. So put a conveyor here. Oh, of course, we need interior plates. So we need one of these right here. And then, do we have enough just to finish that off? Before we cover all this up, I probably should get rid of it. Whatever. Okay, so we're not done with this yet. So it still needs motors. Of course it does. Alright, and then what we want to do is be able to connect these guys together. So I have one of these, and this guy needs motors as well. So let's just place this stuff down. So one there. One there. So those 2 ones are now connected up. And then we'll have one over here, which connects this one to that conveyor as well. And then we need to connect up this to that, saving this to there. And the last couple, I think we need to connect these top 2 now, right? So if we go, come on. There we go. There we go. And then the last one will go right here. Nope, 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 nope. Over here. Like that, and go up. And this is where we're going to connect it into the system, up here. So we're going to do that with just normal old this guy here. But then we need to cut him out. Come on, cut you out. Okay. Cut you out like that. Cut you out like that. Cut you out like that. And then we're going to put another one of these big conveyor dealies right here to connect everything together. And then we're going to need to copy the color of this guy and use these guys to hook them back up to this, right? So one of those go there. And over this side, we're going to have to use the other one. It goes like that. Oh, and we also need one of these guys on the front. Come on. There we go. So that'll all be nicely covered up when it's done, right? So I don't think we probably have a whole lot of... Oh, I didn't... Okay, so I probably have to take that one off and finish the thing inside before we come back. But yeah, so we need lots of motors. I have to finish all this stuff up. So... Oh, and then we have to connect up the tubes out to these things, right? So let's go grab some more tubes that are now the wrong color. So I have one coming out of here and then going into this one. Twink. Oh, darn it. I really hate the color. I really hate these connector ones. These ones here, they're so ugly. I wish that we had more connector styles, right? So like we have this L-shaped one and this I-shaped one. I really wish we had like T's and all of that, because these are just, those big ones are just ugly. Super ugly. Ugly. All right, put you to there, and then 1, 2 here. So that's gonna be how she blows. So now we have this hole hooked up, that one hooked up. We have these guys all together. We got the one hooked up here. We have this all hooked up to our system. So now I just need to weld all of this in together. So here it is, all hooked up. So yeah, this guy is connected now into the system. It'll come down into this tube. This tube runs around into that tube. This tube goes down into the bottom tube, and the bottom tube runs all the way along this way, as well as into the tube on this side, right? Over here. And then this tube runs into there. So now it's all hooked up, and we've got the vents and everything all in place inside. Oh, come on. There we go. So now we got a vent there, and we got a vent here, and we've got a vent over here. Now, I really wish that I could put one of these right on here, but it won't let me. Again, another wish that we had the compound building that Medieval Engineers has, right? But we don't, so we can't make this look cool, which sucks. But yeah, so there's all that. And the last thing that we need to do now, let me through. Well, second last thing, I guess, that we need to do now is actually allow ourselves to generate some of this. So we've got a ton of these assemblers over here. So I figure I'm just gonna replace 2 of them with what we actually need. So let's say to take this one out. Now, once again, trying to be smart, well, there's the volume. I'm looking at mass, but volume is right there. Tells me what I have. Okay, so now I need this guy, the oxygen generator. Oh, and we want it to be this color to match these guys. So put that down here. That is facing forward, I think. Yes. So put one of those over there. Whoops. And do it all up. And then we'll take this piece off and this piece off and hook it up to the system in where it needs to be hooked up. So from down here, let's go up. And ba-doom, there we go. So now, if we had ice, which we don't have, that's the last part of this whole equation. If we had ice, we have a system that can actually generate oxygen now. And we want to do the same thing over here. We'll make 2 of them just because it looks... Oh, of course. tried to land into the thing to walk over there, but not gonna happen. So now we just do the same thing to this guy. Hopefully it doesn't overload me. All right, so now we've got generators of oxygen from ice, and we've got tanks to store it all, and everything is hooked up to the system. So we got these two guys down here, and everything is hooked up to the system over here. All right. So if we had oxygen or ice, then we would actually have a working system. Now, the one last thing that we need to worry about in here, though, is pressurization, right? So if we close this door and we close this door, it's green. Now, we don't have any oxygen, so it doesn't work. Now, if we open this door up, it's yellow. It means that it's venting out, right? So if we go in here and we close this door and we close this door, it's green, which means that we would need pressurized in here too if we had the doors closed. And we close this door, and now it's green again in there. Now in here, it's not. And you look around, it's all sealed up, right? Like, why is this not working? Well, it took me forever when I was in my single player creative instance of this to find out why. If I take this stupid plant out, and let's just put it, do I not have a plant? Okay, let's go take you away, put the plant back down. We want this color of base. We'll stick it in this corner. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Okay, we got our plant back, but everything in here is like, I don't understand, but if I put one of these, because I just want it to be pretty looking, in the corner. Oh, I need girders. So I got what we need. We put the girder down here, and we fill this in. We got a thing here now. And it's still yellow. I tested this. All I had to do was, like, I blocked everywhere off. When I put one here, unless I've done this slightly differently, but yeah, like, this was sealed when I put a block right there. As long as maybe we've got, oh, these are missing some bulletproof glass, but I don't know if that would do it. Something to do with that side, but it isn't seeming to be that side. Oh, that's funny. This is green. But this one isn't, and it's all open. Now I'm confused. Strange. You'd think if this area wasn't sealed and you open this door up, then that would no longer be sealed, but it is. And if I open this up, that's still sealed, and that's still sealed. So maybe there's just a glitch with that thing. Maybe I need to, yeah, let's go off, then on. Oop. Hello? Okay, you're still not on. Show on how to depressurize off. Now it's just totally broken. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense to me. These are green, those ones aren't. So I'm gonna go on maybe next one we'll go on an oxygen, looking for oxygen to try it all out. If you guys have any suggestions about how I can pressurize this room, if I figured it out too, I'll definitely let you guys know. But that is all she wrote for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. We have the starts of an oxygen system in place. I think it looks pretty cool. Next episode, we'll go looking for ice, because it has been turned on in this world, but as long as there is at least one asteroid out there that hasn't been messed with yet, then we can find it on one of those, right? But once it was messed with, then the structure of the asteroid is stuck like that, right? So if all of our asteroids have been messed with, then we have no ice in this world, and if that's the case, then we'll have to throw an ice asteroid in here so that we can use these systems. But I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. Okay, so I'm back really quick here. I loaded this into my single player world, and all I did was take that block out. And as soon as I did, because that world, like when you're in creative, it has oxygen, even when you don't. Like I threw some ice into the thing manually, right? But as soon as I took that away, all of the oxygen in this room rushed out. It said there was oxygen in here, and it all rushed out. So I put it back, and this thing was like this, all red like. So and all I did to fix it, let's just see, if I take this completely off, like that. So we put it right back in. And once it was rebuilt from scratch, all the way gone and all the way back, it sorted itself out. Okay, it's working. Green light. I just screwed around in here and it was this door. So I removed this, put it back. I completely removed this, put it back. I completely removed that, put it back. I went around and made sure that all of the glass panels had full up in their thing. Nothing worked. And then I removed this door, and as soon as I removed it, the green light went on. And then I put it back, the green light stayed on. So there we go. It's pressurized in here. Now I just gotta find ice. I did go looking actually out for ice out there a little bit, but I didn't find any, so we might need to spawn one in. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode. It's green.